Hello, everyone, and thank you all so much for joining us on our weekly Friday webinar. Today, I'm joined by our awesome managing attorney, Ruby Powers, and we are here to discuss important websites to know for your case. Just some quick background information on our attorney Powers. She was licensed back in 2008 and founded her firm in 2009. She is also a board certified immigration and nationality attorney. Attorney Powers, you want to take it away?
Yes. So really just wanted to share a couple of websites that are really important that help you navigate your immigration process and just let you know that they exist because a lot of times you might be wasting time trying to call 1-800 number and getting the runaround. And this is a great place to find out a lot of information, sort of being a super sleuth, little detective to find out what's going on. So USCIS has, if you go to uscis.gov, you can find a lot of places to find out processing times and including the case status online. So you can go to the section that says case status, and you can put in your receipt number here. So it's usually like a WAC, blah, 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 or along those lines, because every one of those first three letters signifies a service center in which your case was sent to, and that's why the receipt comes from there. And if you want to know which ones comes from where, you can also Google that. But anyway, that can be helpful to know what the case processing times are. So you put that number here, no dashes, no gaps or anything. It's just the three letters and then all the numbers. And then you click the check status, and then it'll usually just tell you one static answer, like it was received, or our request for evidence was sent to you, or your card is being produced, or something like that, or you've been out for scheduling for an interview. So this is a really great place to go. And also you can find processing times as well, and it can give you a lot of great information. So I feel so strongly about that. I'm going to find that website for you so I can show it to you directly, and all the little fun places to run around on that. Okay, and so when you get here, you go down here, manage your case. This is where you go, check your case status, check your processing times. You also have change your address online. But their file online, they're trying to, did you know that they're trying to get all of the applications to be able to file online in the next 4 or 5 years? Yeah, true fact. They're working to get there as much as possible. So anyway, this is a really good place to go, and you can get check processing times. Helps you know, is your case outside of processing times, and whether or not you should start complaining and trying to do more to get an answer. And so you can come here, and then they might say, well, where is it located? WAC is California, for example. So it's California Service Center. And then they say, well, this is how long it's taking for these different types of cases. Okay, well, I could go a little bit more about this website, but I know Daya is thinking, we've got to move on, Ruby, we got to move on. But there are some other good things here that a lot of people don't know. You can go to the law section and go to the policy memo and policy memoranda, and find things based on the different categories. And sometimes it could be like 864 or different cases. Okay, all righty, I'm moving on. So the next one that I think is a really good one is with, this is good. It's for the electronic I-94. Now, I mean, a lot of these did not exist like past, I don't know, maybe like 5 years ago or something like that. So if you ever, a long time ago, you get the little white I-94 card, and that would tell you when you entered on a visa, that would tell you, like, let's say you're on a tourist visa and you were here for 6 months, and say you came on this day and you have until this day to leave. You're allowed this 6 month stay. Well, they don't do the I-94 card anymore necessarily, like that old white piece of paper, but they do a lot more, just the stamps in the passport, and you can retrieve the electronic I-94 from this website. Sometimes I just Google electronic I-94 and then it pops up. So get most recent I-94, as you can see here. And then you just have to have your information on your biographical page of your passport. So it's tied to your passport information. And then you can find out when your stay expires and if it was updated correctly. Sometimes this information is put in incorrectly. So that's why we put this as number 2 website. It's a really good place to go and to get to be familiar with. All right, so the next website is the Visa State Department's website and about the Visa Bulletin. So State Department has a lot of really good stuff. There's the reciprocity, there's like the length of how long visas are going to take. There's also like what type of documents are needed for a country. But one of the things that's really good is also the Visa Bulletin telling you like how long is the wait time for different categories. So if you were to click on this, you would find out that it would say like how many years it would take to get a brother or sister, and you happen to be a Mexican citizen. And it's usually about 15 to 20 years for that type of wait. Now, every month, around the middle of the month, they tell you the next month's Visa Bulletin. But the Visa Bulletin that is still the one so it's still March right now through this recording, but you could already tell the future. You know what the April Visa Bulletin is going to be. And so let's see. You can go here, you can find the Visa Bulletin, and then April is the one for the future. And so you can start planning out when the visas are going to be current. So actually, to be more accurate, it's about a 22 wait if I wanted to bring in a Mexican brother or sister and I was a US citizen. So anyway, these is a great place to go. So not only for the Visa Bulletin, but you've got a lot of US passport information, travel advisories, lots of different things about records, what's going on, certain countries, not to travel to as US citizen, and also can tell you like certain processing times and where to apply. Oh, and track my application status. That's pretty cool too. Okay, so that's another great place to go. And I mean, we're pretty much showing you the websites for each of the major agencies that touch immigration. So the next one is about immigration court. Now, can you believe this? I used to have to call the 1-800 number when I was in calls and I was getting ready for consults and I was talking to them. But then now you don't have to do that. I don't know, it was like maybe a month or something ago, they came out with this. And so now you can easily just put in numbers, click, 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 here at this aces.eoir.justice.gov /en/ you can put in the A number and then it'll tell you when there's a hearing, who's the judge, what time. It'll also tell you if there's any other additional information regarding your case. And so that is super duper awesome because you can do it really quickly. And there's actually a nonprofit that has developed an app, basically, I guess you're a way that you could put in your cell phone number and your A number, and using this, the information from the UIR website will text you whenever there's an update with your case. And so we can help promote that as well. So we ran through that really quickly, but basically there's a lot of cool websites that have information and that are improving on a regular basis. So yay, good, keep doing that keep doing that. We're excited about that. And so we've basically covered the USCIS website, the State Department, UIR, and also with CBP for the I-94 and other things that you can get from that website. So Daya, how can people stay in touch with us and learn more in the future?
Yeah, of course. So if you want to stay connected with us, go ahead and follow us on all of our social media. We're on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram. We also have a TikTok where we post a lot of good information. Did I mention our newsletter? If I didn't, go ahead and subscribe to our newsletter that goes out bi-weekly. And also make sure to join us next week for our next webinar. We will be discussing the K-1 visa